there, it's Iffy's Take On, where we talk about serious to not so serious things, and today I will be telling you 5 ways on how to stay motivated in whatever you are doing. Now, I'm aware this pandemic has been crazy. We all need a bit of motivation. I do reaction videos to provide you guys entertainment or whatever it is. I also want to give you guys moral support, okay? Because I think we all kind of need it. So without further ado, let's go. Now, I'll tell you why this video is important and why you should stay. Because as the queen of procrastination myself, where my mind goes 360 at times, not all the time, 360 at times, and let me give you an example. Like, I could be on DIY YouTube videos, to serial killer documentaries next, to natural disasters, to staring at a blank wall for no reason. And yes, you heard that correctly. You heard that correctly. And you're probably thinking, oh my God, this girl is hopeless. So why would we listen to her? And I'll tell you why you should listen to me. If you want. But I'll tell you why, which you should, because even though there are times that I don't have my crap together, those miraculous times that I do have my shizzle together, those are the best. And in my 26 years of living in this mad world, crazy world, I have 5 patterns that I have noticed when it comes to motivating myself that have helped me. Why not share 5 motivational tips from a human who's not up to the mark and give you guys some positive advice, positive energy through the screen? I don't know. It may work. I'm not an expert. I'm not Tony Robbins. I'm nothing. I'm an ordinary freaking citizen. This is just based on my life, based on my situations. Everything is situation and all. But if it can help you in some way possible, then that's great. Number 1, most important, be your own cheerer. Your own cheerer, cheerleader, mascot, coach, friend, mantra, whatever it is, you are the first person you have to be, okay? As silly as it sounds, it is as simple as that as well. You may have a support group of friends who motivate you, who support you and encourage you to do things, but at the end of the day, the person who is taking the action is you. It's your life, your accomplishments. You have to be your own little, angel at the back of your head and coach yelling at you saying, you can do it, okay? Because, we're always like, sometimes I'm so guilty of this. I'll be depending on other people's validation or other people's things and what they think about it, but that's not the case. It should be with you. Everything starts with you. You cheer yourself on, whether it be a small goal, a big goal, the fact that you're even thinking about making a change and thinking about doing something, whatever it is, it starts from you. You made that conscious decision. So you cheer yourself on. You pat yourself in the back and say, yeah, I'm going to do that. You start from you. We have all these friends. We have everyone who supports you and, they keep telling you that you're doing great or whatever it is. But the main celebration is always beginning with you. So you are the first person. You motivate yourself to push yourself and be like, yeah, I'm going to do it. There are times where sometimes, I would look to other people and be like, oh, is this really good? Is this what this is meant to be? And I'm just like, why am I relying on what they think? It should be me at the end of the day. It's my thing, what I want to do. So you push yourself. You push yourself and be like, you know what? I'm going to do it for you. So you, the most important, are your own cheerer. Number 2, remind yourself that life is short, okay? Time is ticking. Guys, we're already on the end of February? I don't even know where the time went. Literally, it just went like this, and there's so much more stuff that I could have done. Honestly, if I'm being honest, there's so much more. But we're always like this is a problem when you're a procrastinator. You're like, oh, I'll leave it soon. I'll leave it till the next day. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Because you know what? It comes tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and then it's like, oh, damn. What have I done? I've wasted all this time. So yeah, time is ticking. Life is short. There's only 24 hours a day, okay? And that 24 hours goes like this. It goes like this. So make sure whatever you're doing in that day, how many minutes you want to spend on it. Even if you don't want to spend a long time on it, just a couple of minutes, a couple of hours, something is better than nothing. Manage your time, because when you're able to manage a task into smaller things, it is much better in that way. You don't have all the time in the world. I know everyone's like, oh, you're young, you've got plenty of time. Yeah, okay, great, you have plenty of time, that's correct. But sometimes you never know when that time might just, and there could be something that pops up. There could be something that comes in the way that stops you from continuing what you want to do. And you'll probably think, oh my God, I should have not wasted that time before. I should have just done it. I get it. You want to take a break once in a while, but manage your time very wisely. This is what I think motivate. I always remind myself that life is short. Time is ticking, okay? The next thing you know, we're gonna be 20 years down the line, 10 years, 5 years, I don't know. I feel this year is going already by so fast. You never know. The next thing you know, the year is over and you'll probably think, what have I done? You don't want to end your year in regrets. You don't want to end and think, oh, but I didn't do this, I should have done that. No. So remind yourself that time is short. So just do what you have to do it, start it now. Even if it's a small little thing that you're gonna start, remind yourself that you're gonna do it. Number 3, break down your goals, okay? I notice sometimes that people, this is also based on each one. I'm not saying that you should, if someone does this, that it's wrong, but I've noticed that a lot of people tend to set their goals really big. For me, I don't like to do that. I like to have I have a big goal in mind, but I'll make sure that I have small little targets before I reach that big goal and reward myself for those targets, okay? Because rewarding yourself even on the smallest little accomplishment, it makes such a big thing, and also it doesn't make it seem too daunting that, oh my god, I need to reach the big goal. Because if you break your goals up into something small, and let's just say you reach the first goal quick, the second goal even quicker, third goal quicker, and you'll be like, yay, it'll make you feel like you're going on a path. It'll make you feel like, oh my god, I'm actually getting somewhere, I'm actually doing something, because when you have small goals, it's like you're breaking your big goal into small little segments, and there's nothing wrong with accomplishing or rewarding yourself after reaching a tiny goal. It's a goal at the end of the day. You did it. No one else did it. No matter how much words of encouragement, at the end of the day, you freaking did it. It was your own actions. So reward your damn self. You did it. You reached that little thing, whether it be losing weight and you lost a pound. Great. You did it. You lost a pound. So reward yourself even for simple goals. If you have a big goal, break it down into smaller chunks so that every time you reach that goal, you'll feel like, oh my god, you're getting closer to the big goal. Okay? So try to avoid just jumping from A to Z in one shot, because if you want to do it, great, but sometimes it can be a bit disheartening because it makes it feel like you're taking longer to reach the goal. So do your goals in just tiny little fractions. I promise you it'll make it be a little better. Push yourself to do things that you wouldn't. Okay, get out of that comfort zone. There is a big quote that has really helped me at times. Now, I know this sounds silly and you're probably like, oh my god, why should we go and look up quotes or statements or memes or whatever it is? Because you don't know. There may be that one meme, that one statement that resonates with you in your mind, and it'll be like a whoa thing. Like for me, there's this one quote: do your future self a favor and work hard now. And that is a quote that has been constantly in the back of my head, and I keep reminding myself of it all the time. Because as a procrastinator, you tend to push things later. You tend to be like, oh, I'll do it later, I won't be bothered. But then when that time comes to the end of it, you're like, oh god, I should have done this before. So do your future self a favor and work hard now. Okay, push yourself, get out of the comfort zone. I know sometimes it might be a bit overwhelming, and as a person who's a little bit of an introvert and an extrovert both at the same time, it can be quite conflicting. But you know what? Get out of your comfort zone, because I think everyone has their own strengths that they don't realize it, or they feel that they haven't explored it because of whatever fear it is, but we all have it inside of us. I know I have it, and sometimes there are some of them which are still trapped in there because of my mindset. But once you push yourself to do something, you realize what you're capable of. Sometimes I look things back and I'm just like, oh my god, did I actually do that? How on earth did I even manage to do that? Because you know what, when the situation comes and when the time comes, when you have to put your mind to something, when you have to force yourself to do something, you are channeling so many inner strengths, so many inner skills that you had no idea that you were capable of. And that was by you getting out of your comfort zone. So get out of your comfort zone, explore different things. Even if you have to try a new route, a new road to do something, you never know. You might find out something about yourself that you never knew, as cliche as it sounds. And the last one, most important, live your life, okay? Have fun too. Do not put your physical and mental health at risk because you're trying to attain something, okay? I get it. Getting a goal is important. Motivating yourself to do something, to get somewhere, to stay on track is there, but also take breaks, okay? Because sometimes attaining these goals can be quite hard. It can be daunting, and it can be a bit of an exhaustion on you. So take a break. So that comes also with my thing of rewarding yourself after every goal. After every goal, if you want to take maybe a break or maybe something to calm down, get yourself back to your feet, do it, okay? Don't completely burden yourself and be like, oh my god, I can't do anything. No. Try to take breaks. Now, obviously, this is also based on situations, because there are times where I've completely neglected my health, and I'm not saying that's a good thing to do, because I wouldn't recommend it. And I know people have done this before, but try to take breaks. And this only comes when you manage your time properly. Create a schedule if you have to. Create a timetable if you need to. It sounds crazy, but I have an Excel sheet where sometimes I write my plan on it. I'll write and say, all right, at this time I have to do this, at this time I have to do that. Sometimes writing down things may help you. Keeping a plan. You know, it sounds silly. This is what you're taught in school. And it's like, why would I do that now? No, do it. Because I'll tell you what, if you have a plan written down and a timing, you look at the clock, you look at the watch, you look at everything and accordingly plan stuff that you need to do, or if you set a date for saying I have to achieve so and so, it will resonate in the back of your head, okay? And also when you're able to plan your dates, when you're able to plan a schedule, you can also put a few days of break in there and be like, actually I can, I'm keeping these few days to just, rewind and recharge, because you're allowed to do that. You are allowed to do that. So yes. So these are my 5 tips that have helped me when it comes to times where I'm feeling a bit like low or I don't want to continue. These are, even if not all of them work, one of them will somehow stick with me and I will get myself through it. And I'm hoping that it helps you guys somehow. Like I said in the beginning, I'm not an expert. All of these is also subject to, the situation and what's going on. But if any of these things can help you guys, that's better to know. So yeah, that is my little segment for today. Let me know in the comments what you think. What are your motivation techniques that you do? How do you motivate yourself? Let me know in the comments, because you know what? I might read something and be like, yeah, you know what? I might try that. It might help me. And you might help other people as well. Okay, because I'm hoping that these 5 tips have helped you somehow. And yes, until next time, see ya.